Unlocking the secrets of the mind, a journey through time. Since the dawn of humanity, we have gazed at the stars and contemplated our place in the universe. We have pondered the mysteries of life and death, the nature of consciousness, and the enigmatic workings of our own minds. The quest to understand the human mind is a journey that spans millennia, beginning with the rudimentary observations of our ancestors and culminating in the sophisticated technologies and theories of modern neuroscience. This essay embarks on a captivating exploration of the early attempts to unravel the secrets of the mind, delving into the ancient civilizations of Egypt, Babylon, and Greece to uncover their beliefs, practices, and contributions to the nascent field of neuroscience. The Egyptians, where the heart held sway. In the ancient world, few civilizations were as captivated by the afterlife as the Egyptians. Their intricate burial rituals, mummification practices, and elaborate tombs stand as testaments to their deep-seated belief in a realm beyond the mortal coil. Central to their understanding of life and death was the heart, which they considered to be the seat of intelligence, emotion, and the soul. The Egyptians believed that the heart was responsible for a person's character, wisdom, and memories. In contrast to the heart, the brain was given less prominence in Egyptian thought. While they recognized its existence and its connection to the body, they did not attribute any significant cognitive functions to it. During the mummification process, the brain was often removed through the nostrils and discarded, while the heart was carefully preserved and placed back in the body, as they believed it would be weighed in the afterlife to determine the deceased's worthiness to enter the underworld. Mesopotamian mysteries. Unraveling mental illness in Babylon. Traveling eastward to the fertile plains of Mesopotamia, we encounter the Babylonian civilization, renowned for its advancements in mathematics, astronomy, and law. The Babylonians, like the Egyptians, held a spiritual view of the world, believing that gods and demons influenced every aspect of human life, including health and illness. Mental disorders, in particular, were often attributed to demonic possession or the wrath of displeased deities. Babylonian healers, known as Asu, played a vital role in diagnosing and treating mental illnesses. They employed a combination of religious rituals, incantations, and herbal remedies to appease the gods, exorcise demons, and restore balance to the afflicted individual's body and mind. While their understanding of mental health was deeply rooted in supernatural beliefs, their efforts to alleviate suffering and develop therapeutic interventions highlight the universal human desire to comprehend and address the complexities of the mind. Ancient Greece, a meeting of philosophy and medicine. Venturing into the world of ancient Greece, we witness the rise of philosophy and its profound impact on the understanding of the human mind. Greek thinkers, driven by a thirst for knowledge and a deep curiosity about the natural world, began to question traditional explanations based solely on mythology and superstition. They sought logical, rational explanations for the workings of the universe and the human experience, laying the groundwork for the scientific method that would shape Western thought for centuries to come. Among the many brilliant minds that graced ancient Greece, two figures stand out as pioneers in the exploration of the mind: Plato and Aristotle. Their insightful observations and groundbreaking theories laid the foundation for centuries of philosophical and scientific inquiry into the nature of consciousness, perception, and cognition. Their contributions, though often differing in perspective, underscore the enduring legacy of Greek thought in shaping our understanding of the human mind. Plato, a student of Socrates and one of the most influential philosophers of all time, believed that the soul was the essence of a human being, responsible for our capacity for reason, thought, and knowledge. He argued that the soul was immortal and existed before its earthly embodiment, possessing innate knowledge that could be accessed through reason and philosophical inquiry. This concept, known as the theory of forms, posited that the physical world was merely a shadow of a higher realm of perfect, unchanging forms, which represented the true essence of reality. In Plato's tripartite model of the soul, he identified three distinct parts: the rational soul, located in the head, which governed reason and intellect; the spirited soul, residing in the chest, responsible for courage and emotions; and the appetitive soul, situated in the abdomen, which controlled desires and bodily urges. He believed that a harmonious balance between these three parts was essential for a virtuous and fulfilling life. Aristotle, Plato's student, held a different view of the brain and its functions. While he acknowledged the brain's existence, he did not attribute high cognitive functions to it. Instead, he believed that the heart was the center of intelligence, sensation and movement, responsible for processing sensory information and initiating motor responses. He viewed the brain as a cooling mechanism for the blood, tempering the heart's heat and preventing it from overheating. Despite his limited understanding of the brain's true role, Aristotle made significant contributions to the study of biology and anatomy. He was a keen observer of the natural world and conducted dissections of animals, carefully documenting their internal organs and structures. His meticulous observations and classifications laid the groundwork for the development of comparative anatomy and provided valuable insights into the diversity and complexity of life. Long before the advent of modern surgical techniques, ancient civilizations practiced a rudimentary form of brain surgery known as trepanation. This procedure involved drilling or scraping a hole in the skull, exposing the brain's protective membrane. Archaeological evidence suggests that trepanation was practiced independently in various parts of the world, including ancient Egypt, Mesopotamia, the Americas and Europe, dating back as far as the Neolithic period. The reasons for performing trepanation varied across cultures and time periods. Some anthropologists believe it was used to treat headaches, seizures, mental illnesses, or to release evil spirits believed to be trapped inside the skull. Others speculate that it may have been performed as a ritualistic practice or a form of initiation. Remarkably, many skulls bearing evidence of trepanation show signs of healing, indicating that the individual survived the procedure and lived for years afterward. The discovery of trepanned skulls provides a fascinating glimpse into the medical practices and beliefs of our ancestors. It highlights their willingness to experiment with surgical interventions, even in the absence of sophisticated tools or a comprehensive understanding of human anatomy. While the effectiveness of trepanation as a medical treatment remains a subject of debate, it underscores the enduring human desire to alleviate suffering and explore the mysteries of the mind and body. In the annals of medical history, few figures loom as large as Hippocrates of Kos, often hailed as the father of medicine. Born in ancient Greece in the 5th century BCE, Hippocrates revolutionized the way we approach health and illness. He rejected the prevailing view that diseases were caused by supernatural forces or divine punishment, advocating instead for a rational and empirical approach to medicine. He emphasized the importance of observation, diagnosis and treatment based on natural causes. Hippocrates' most significant contribution to neuroscience was his recognition of the brain as the seat of sensation, intelligence and behavior. He observed that damage to the brain could result in paralysis, speech impairments and other neurological disorders, leading him to conclude that it played a central role in controlling bodily functions and mental faculties. This groundbreaking insight challenged the long-held belief that the heart was the center of consciousness and paved the way for a more scientific understanding of the brain. The journey from ancient beliefs to modern neuroscience has been long and arduous, marked by both brilliant insights and persistent misconceptions. From the Egyptians' reverence for the heart, to the Babylonians' spiritual understanding of mental illness, from the philosophical ponderings of Plato and Aristotle, to the daring surgical interventions of trepanation, each step along the way has contributed to our ever-evolving understanding of the human mind. While the ancient world may not have possessed the advanced technologies and sophisticated methods of modern neuroscience, their observations, theories and practices laid the foundation for centuries of scientific inquiry. Their legacy lives on in the countless researchers, clinicians and individuals who continue to explore the vast and enigmatic landscape of the human mind, driven by an insatiable curiosity to unlock its secrets and harness its full potential.
From the 5th to the 16th century, the understanding of the natural world transformed. This era saw the rise and fall of empires, the spread of new religions, and profound intellectual shifts. A scientific revolution driven by curiosity emerged. The Islamic world flourished in science, laying groundwork for the European Renaissance. Centers like the House of Wisdom in Baghdad became intellectual hubs. Advancements in mathematics, astronomy, and medicine were groundbreaking. Scholars like Avicenna and Al-Razi shaped medical knowledge for centuries. The Islamic Golden Age was marked by an unprecedented pursuit of knowledge. The House of Wisdom in Baghdad, under Caliph Harun al-Rashid, became a pivotal moment in this scientific revolution. Scholars from around the world brought a wealth of knowledge to this renowned institution. It served as a melting pot of ideas, translating Greek, Persian, and Indian texts. Beyond the library, hospitals and madrasas became centers of medical education. Physicians like Avicenna and Al-Razi combined observations with classical knowledge. Their work, through copied manuscripts, later reached Europe, igniting the Renaissance. Abu Ali al-Hussein ibn Sina, better known in the West as Avicenna, was a Persian polymath who became a towering figure in the history of medicine. Born in present-day Uzbekistan in 980 AD, Avicenna's genius was evident from a young age. He mastered Aristotelian philosophy and Greek medicine by the age of 18. His most famous work, the Canon of Medicine, became a cornerstone of medical education for centuries, influencing both Eastern and Western medical practices. Avicenna's contributions to neurology were particularly noteworthy. He meticulously described the anatomy of the brain, including the ventricles, meninges, and cranial nerves. He recognized the brain's role in sensory perception, motor control, and even higher cognitive functions like memory and imagination. Avicenna's observations extended to neurological disorders. He provided detailed descriptions of conditions like meningitis, stroke, and epilepsy, linking them to specific areas of the brain. His clinical observations and insights laid the groundwork for a more nuanced understanding of the brain and its functions. Muhammad ibn Zakaria al-Razi, known in the West as Razis, was another prominent figure in the Islamic Golden Age of medicine. Born in present-day Iran in 865 AD, al-Razi was a physician, alchemist, and philosopher. He served as the chief physician at the hospital in Baghdad and was known for his compassionate approach to patient care. Al-Razi's medical encyclopedia, Al-Hawi, was a monumental work that compiled medical knowledge from Greek, Persian, and Indian sources, along with his own clinical observations. Al-Razi made significant contributions to the understanding of the nervous system through his detailed descriptions of neurological disorders and their treatments. He was the first to differentiate between meningitis and encephalitis, recognizing the different causes and symptoms of each condition. Al-Razi also provided detailed descriptions of peripheral nerve injuries and their impact on motor and sensory functions. His meticulous observations and practical approach to neurology paved the way for a more clinical and evidence-based approach to understanding the nervous system. By the 12th century, the Islamic Golden Age began to decline. However, the vast body of knowledge accumulated during this period was not lost. As Europe emerged from the Middle Ages, scholars rediscovered ancient Greek works and the Arabic translations that preserved and expanded them. This rediscovery marked the beginning of the Renaissance, a period of immense change. The translation of Arabic texts into Latin opened up a treasure trove of knowledge. Universities like Bologna, Paris, and Oxford became centers for these studies. This influx of knowledge sparked a renewed interest in the natural world. The Renaissance saw a resurgence in anatomical studies, with scholars like Leonardo da Vinci conducting dissections and producing detailed anatomical drawings. This set the stage for the groundbreaking work of Andreas Vesalius. Andreas Vesalius, born in Brussels in 1514, was a Flemish physician and anatomist who revolutionized the understanding of human anatomy. He challenged the long-held anatomical theories of Galen, a prominent Greek physician whose works had dominated medicine for over a millennium. Vesalius believed in the importance of direct observation and hands-on dissection, a principle he learned from his Islamic predecessors. In 1543, at the age of 28, Vesalius published his masterpiece, De Humani Corporis Fabrica, on the fabric of the human body. This groundbreaking work, filled with detailed illustrations based on his own dissections, corrected many of Galen's errors and provided a more accurate understanding of human anatomy. Vesalius's work was not merely a correction of past mistakes, but a bold step towards a new era of anatomical study. His emphasis on direct observation and meticulous documentation established a new standard for anatomical research, paving the way for future discoveries in medicine and neuroscience. The journey from the ancient texts of Avicenna and Al-Razi to the groundbreaking work of Vesalius highlights a crucial aspect of scientific progress, the transmission and evolution of knowledge. The Islamic Golden Age played a pivotal role in preserving the intellectual heritage of ancient Greece, translating, interpreting, and adding to it. This wealth of knowledge, passed down through meticulously copied manuscripts, eventually reached Europe, sparking the Renaissance and laying the groundwork for the scientific revolution that followed. The rediscovery of ancient and Islamic scientific texts during the Renaissance was not merely an act of copying. European scholars like Vesalius built upon the foundation laid by their predecessors, challenging existing theories, refining observations, and developing new methods of investigation. This continuous process of questioning, experimenting, and refining is the essence of scientific progress. The study of neuroscience, in particular, owes a great debt to these early pioneers who dared to explore the mysteries of the brain and nervous system, laying the groundwork for the remarkable discoveries that continue to shape our understanding of the human mind today. Section 8. The enduring legacy of early neuroscientists. The contributions of early neuroscientists like Avicenna, Al-Razi, and Vesalius extend far beyond their individual discoveries. They established a framework for scientific inquiry that continues to guide researchers today. Their emphasis on observation, documentation, and the challenging of established dogma laid the foundation for the scientific method, which has driven centuries of progress in medicine and beyond. Their legacy is not merely confined to the annals of history. The principles they espoused, careful observation, meticulous documentation, and relentless questioning, remain the cornerstones of modern neuroscience. Their work serves as a reminder that scientific progress is a collaborative endeavor, built upon the foundations laid by those who came before. Their stories highlight the interconnectedness of human knowledge, transcending geographical boundaries and historical periods. Section 9. Modern neuroscience building on the foundations. Today, neuroscience stands as one of the most rapidly advancing fields in science. With tools unimaginable to early pioneers, from powerful imaging techniques like fMRI to genetic sequencing and sophisticated computational models, we are unraveling the complexities of the brain at an unprecedented pace. Yet, amidst these technological marvels, the fundamental principles established by early neuroscientists remain as relevant as ever. Their meticulous observations of neurological disorders, their attempts to map the brain's structure and function, and their insights into the connections between the brain, body, and behavior laid the groundwork for our current understanding. The challenges they faced, deciphering the brain's intricate workings with limited tools, highlight the power of human curiosity and the enduring quest to understand the very essence of what makes us human. Section 10. The future of neuroscience. Unraveling the mysteries of the brain. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of the brain, the contributions of early neuroscientists serve as a constant source of inspiration. The future of neuroscience is bright, with the potential to unlock new treatments for neurological diseases, develop innovative technologies that interface with the brain, and gain a deeper understanding of consciousness, perception, and what it truly means to be human. The journey from Avicenna's meticulous descriptions of the brain's anatomy to the sophisticated brain mapping techniques of today is a testament to the power of human curiosity and the enduring legacy of scientific exploration. As we stand on the cusp of even greater discoveries, we are reminded of the debt we owe to those who dared to explore the uncharted territories of the human mind, paving the way for the exciting future of neuroscience. Section 11. Conclusion. A continuous quest for understanding. The story of neuroscience from Avicenna to Vesalius is a testament to human curiosity and the quest to understand our minds. It's a journey spanning centuries and continents, highlighting the interconnectedness of human knowledge. We celebrate modern neuroscience, remembering the giants of the past who laid the groundwork for future discoveries. The quest to unravel the brain's mysteries continues, driven by the same spirit of inquiry.
The human brain, an enigma for centuries, in the 1800s, scientists embarked on a quest to unravel its secrets. How did this complex organ control our thoughts, emotions, and actions? It was a time of discovery, a time of groundbreaking experiments that can forever change our understanding of the nervous system. Imagine a world where the brain's workings were shrouded in mystery. Before the 19th century, we knew very little about how the brain functioned. Some believed it worked through fluids or vibrations, others thought it was the seat of the soul, beyond scientific understanding, but the 19th century ushered in a new era. Scientists began to investigate the brain with a fresh perspective. They were driven by curiosity and armed with new tools and techniques. Their discoveries would lay the foundation for modern neuroscience. This is the story of their journey, a journey that would illuminate the hidden world within our skulls. It is a story of two pioneers, Luigi Galvani and Santiago Ramon y Cajal, whose groundbreaking work would electrify our understanding of the brain. Luigi Galvani, an Italian physician and physicist, was fascinated by the human body. He was particularly intrigued by the possibility of a connection between electricity and life itself. In the late 1700s, he conducted a series of experiments that would spark a revolution in neuroscience. Galvani's laboratory was a world of frogs and electricity. He used the twitching legs of dissected frogs to explore the relationship between nerves and muscles. His experiments were simple yet profound. By applying electrical currents to frog legs, he observed something extraordinary. The frog legs twitched and contracted, even when separated from the frog's body. Galvani realized that electricity could stimulate muscle movement. This observation led him to a groundbreaking conclusion. There must be an intrinsic electrical force within living beings. Galvani called this force animal electricity. He believed that it was a vital force responsible for animating living organisms. His discovery sent shockwaves through the scientific community, igniting a debate that would rage for decades to come. Galvani's experiments with frog legs captured the imagination of scientists across Europe. Was animal electricity a unique force found only in living beings? Or was it the same electricity harnessed by Benjamin Franklin in his lightning experiments? The debate raged on. Some scientists were skeptical of Galvani's claims. They argued that the electricity observed in the frog legs came from external sources, not from within the animal itself, but Galvani's supporters pointed to the fact that the frog legs twitched even without any external electrical source. To prove his point, Galvani devised a series of elegant experiments. He showed that frog legs could be made to twitch simply by connecting their nerves with metal wires. The twitching occurred even when the frog legs were completely isolated from any external electrical source. Galvani's experiments provided compelling evidence that nerves conducted electricity. His work paved the way for a new understanding of how the nervous system communicated. The brain, it seemed, was not just a mysterious organ, it was an electrical device. Section 4. The brain's language, electricity. The idea that the brain used electricity to send messages was revolutionary. Before Galvani, scientists believed that nerves communicated through the flow of fluid, but Galvani's experiments suggested a different mechanism, one that was much faster and more efficient. Imagine a network of wires connecting different parts of your body to your brain. Just like electrical signals travel through wires, nerve impulses travel through our nerves. These electrical signals carry information about our senses, our thoughts, and our movements. Galvani's work inspired a new generation of scientists to explore the electrical nature of the nervous system. They developed new tools and techniques to measure and manipulate these electrical signals. Their research confirmed that nerves were indeed electrical conductors. This discovery had profound implications for our understanding of the brain. It suggested that the brain's activity could be measured and studied objectively. It also opened up the possibility of treating neurological disorders by manipulating the brain's electrical activity. Section 5. Santiago Ramon y Cajal, the brain's artist. While Galvani was illuminating the electrical nature of nerves, another scientist was making groundbreaking discoveries about the structure of the brain itself. Santiago Ramon y Cajal, a Spanish neuroanatomist, used his artistic skills and scientific curiosity to revolutionize our understanding of the brain's building blocks. Cajal was a master of microscopy and a gifted artist. He developed a passion for staining brain tissue with silver nitrate, a technique that allowed him to visualize individual brain cells in exquisite detail. His drawings of these cells were not just scientifically accurate, they were works of art. Through his meticulous observations, Cajal made a startling discovery. He observed that the brain was not a continuous network of interconnected fibers, as previously believed. Instead, it was composed of distinct individual cells. He called these cells neurons. Cajal's discovery was met with skepticism by some scientists who clung to the old view of the brain as a continuous network. But Cajal's meticulous drawings and persuasive arguments gradually won over the scientific community. Section 6. Unveiling the neuron. A microscopic revolution. Cajal's discovery of the neuron was a turning point in neuroscience. It shifted our understanding of the brain from a continuous network to a collection of discrete units. But what did these neurons look like, and how did they communicate with each other? Cajal's meticulous drawings revealed the intricate structure of neurons. He showed that each neuron had a cell body containing the nucleus and numerous branching processes called dendrites and axons. Dendrites received signals from other neurons, while axons transmitted signals to other neurons. Cajal's observations led him to formulate the neuron doctrine, a set of principles that revolutionized our understanding of the nervous system. The neuron doctrine stated that neurons were the fundamental structural and functional units of the nervous system. Furthermore, Cajal proposed that neurons communicated with each other through specialized junctions, which he called synapses. These synapses, he argued, acted as tiny gaps between neurons, allowing for the transmission of signals from one neuron to another. Section 7. The synapse where neurons talk. Cajal's concept of the synapse was revolutionary. It suggested that neurons did not directly touch each other, but rather communicated across a tiny gap. But how did signals travel across this gap? What happened at the synapse? Imagine two friends whispering secrets to each other across a narrow alleyway. The alleyway represents the synapse, and the whispers represent the chemical signals that neurons use to communicate. These chemical signals, called neurotransmitters, are released from the axon of one neuron and bind to receptors on the dendrite of another neuron. The binding of neurotransmitters to receptors triggers a cascade of events that can either excite or inhibit the receiving neuron. This intricate dance of chemical signaling allows for complex information processing within the brain. Cajal's work on the synapse provided a crucial link between the structure of neurons and the function of the nervous system. It laid the foundation for our understanding of how neurons communicate with each other to generate thoughts, feelings, and behaviors.
The fields of artificial intelligence and neuroscience have been intertwined for decades. They share a common goal, understanding the complexities of intelligence. While neuroscience seeks to unravel the mysteries of the biological brain, AI aims to create intelligent systems that can simulate and even surpass human capabilities. This journey began in the 20th century, marked by groundbreaking discoveries and innovations. The intersection of these two fields promises a deeper understanding of the human mind and the potential for revolutionary advancements. Throughout their evolution, AI and neuroscience have always informed and inspired each other. Advances in one field have often led to breakthroughs in the other. This symbiotic relationship continues to drive progress in both disciplines. As we delve deeper into the world of AI and neuroscience, we will explore the historical milestones, key figures, and current trends shaping this exciting area of research. The foundations of AI and its relationship with neuroscience were laid by visionaries like Alan Turing. In the 1950s, Turing, a British mathematician, proposed the Turing test. This test aimed to determine a machine's ability to exhibit intelligent behavior indistinguishable from that of a human. Turing's work sparked the early development of AI and raised profound questions about the nature of intelligence itself. Another pioneer, Frank Rosenblatt, developed the perceptron in 1957. The perceptron was the first artificial neural network capable of learning. This early model, inspired by the structure of the human brain, marked a significant step towards building machines that could learn and adapt like biological organisms. These pioneering efforts laid the groundwork for the development of more sophisticated AI systems and deepened the connection between artificial intelligence and the study of the brain. Artificial neural networks have emerged as a cornerstone of AI. Inspired by the biological neural networks in the brain, ANs are complex structures designed to process information in a way that mimics human cognition. They consist of interconnected nodes or neurons organized in layers. Each connection between nodes has a weight associated with it, which determines the strength of the signal passing through. ANs learn through a process called training. During training, they are fed large amounts of data, and the weights between nodes are adjusted to minimize errors in the network's output. This iterative process allows ANs to recognize patterns, make predictions, and perform complex tasks. The development of ANs has not only advanced AI, but has also provided valuable insights into the workings of the human brain. Section 4, Neuroimaging, a window into the brain. Advancements in neuroimaging technologies have revolutionized our ability to study the brain. Techniques like magnetic resonance imaging, or MRI, and functional magnetic resonance imaging, known as fMRI, allow researchers to visualize the brain's structure and activity in unprecedented detail. MRI uses strong magnetic fields and radio waves to create detailed images of the brain's anatomy. fMRI, on the other hand, measures brain activity by detecting changes in blood flow. These neuroimaging techniques have been instrumental in understanding how different brain regions contribute to various cognitive functions. By studying brain activity patterns, researchers can gain insights into language processing, memory formation, decision-making, and other complex cognitive processes. The vast amounts of data generated by neuroimaging technologies have created both opportunities and challenges, paving the way for AI to play a crucial role in neuroscience research. Section 5. AI's analytical power in neuroscience. With the advent of artificial intelligence, the ability to analyze and interpret the massive data sets generated by neuroimaging has reached new heights. AI algorithms can sift through complex data, identifying patterns and correlations that would be impossible for humans to detect manually. This has accelerated discoveries in understanding brain functions and disorders. Moreover, machine learning models can predict outcomes and responses to treatments, offering personalized approaches to neurological care. As AI continues to evolve, its integration with neuroscience holds the promise of unlocking even deeper insights into the human brain, potentially leading to breakthroughs in treating neurological diseases. Section 6. Towards New Horizons. The synergy between AI and neuroscience is just beginning to unfold. As we continue to refine our technologies and methodologies, the future holds exciting possibilities. From developing advanced brain-computer interfaces to creating more effective therapies for mental health conditions, the potential applications are vast. The collaboration between AI and neuroscience is paving the way for a deeper understanding of the human mind and the development of innovative solutions to some of the most challenging problems in medicine and psychology. As we venture into these new horizons, the journey promises to be as enlightening as it is transformative. Hey there, science fans! We're living in a time of incredible discovery. Two fields are changing the world as we speak: artificial intelligence and neuroscience, the study of the brain. AI is making computers smarter, more like us. Neuroscience is unlocking the secrets of the most complex object in the known universe, the human brain. Think about it, our brains are responsible for everything we do, think and feel. They control our bodies, process information, and allow us to experience the world around us. But for centuries, the brain was a mysterious black box. Now, with AI and neuroscience working together, we're finally starting to understand how it all works. Get ready for a wild ride, because what we're learning is going to change everything. From treating diseases to enhancing our abilities, the future of AI and neuroscience is full of mind-blowing possibilities. So, how is AI helping us crack the brain's code? Well, the brain produces massive amounts of data. We're talking electrical signals, chemical reactions, and complex patterns of activity. It's like trying to understand a language with billions of words. That's where AI comes in. AI excels at analyzing huge data sets, finding patterns and connections that humans might miss. Imagine AI as a superpowered detective for the brain. It sifts through mountains of data, looking for clues about how the brain works. This is leading to breakthroughs in our understanding of everything from how we learn and remember to the causes of diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. With AI's help, we're finally starting to make sense of the incredible complexity of the human brain. Now let's talk about artificial neural networks. These are computer programs inspired by the structure of the human brain. Just like our brains have billions of interconnected neurons, artificial neural networks have artificial neurons that process and transmit information. The cool thing about these networks is that they can learn from data. Feed them enough information and they start to recognize patterns, make predictions, and even solve problems. It's like teaching a computer to think. Artificial neural networks are already powering everything from facial recognition software to self-driving cars. And in neuroscience, they're helping us understand how our own brains learn, recognize objects, and make decisions. But AI isn't the only game in town. We're also seeing amazing advances in neurotechnology, the tools we use to study and interact with the brain. Take deep brain stimulation, for example. It involves implanting electrodes in the brain to deliver electrical impulses. Sounds intense, right? But it's already being used to treat conditions like Parkinson's disease, epilepsy, and even depression, and that's just the beginning. We're also using techniques like EEG, which measures brain waves, and fMRI, which shows brain activity, to learn more about how the brain works. These technologies are giving us an unprecedented glimpse into the inner workings of the brain, paving the way for new treatments and therapies for a wide range of neurological disorders. Section 5. Mind meld connecting brains and computers. Hold on to your hats, folks, because things are about to get really futuristic. We're entering the era of brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs. These incredible devices create a direct communication pathway between the brain and external devices like computers or prosthetic limbs. Imagine being able to control a computer with your thoughts, or allowing a paralyzed person to walk again by bypassing damaged nerves. That's the promise of BCIs. And one company is leading the charge: Neuralink. Founded by Elon Musk, Neuralink is developing a groundbreaking BCI that could revolutionize how we interact with technology and the world around us. Let's dive into the details, shall we? Section 6. Neuralink, a tiny chip, giant potential. Neuralink's BCI is a tiny chip about the size of a coin that's implanted into the brain. Don't worry, it's implanted through a minimally invasive procedure performed by a surgical robot. This chip contains thousands of tiny electrodes that can detect and stimulate electrical signals from individual neurons. Now here's where it gets really exciting. Neuralink's technology has the potential to treat a wide range of neurological conditions. Imagine helping people with paralysis regain control of their limbs, restoring sight to the blind, or even treating conditions like Alzheimer's and dementia. But it doesn't stop there. Neuralink also envisions a future where BCIs enhance our abilities, allowing us to control devices with our minds, access information instantly, and even communicate telepathically. It sounds like science fiction, but it could soon be a reality. Section 7. The ethics of enhanced brains. Now I know what you're thinking. This is all incredibly exciting, but it also raises some serious ethical questions. What happens when we start tinkering with the very essence of what makes us human? For example, who gets access to this technology? Will it be available to everyone, or will it further divide society between the haves and have-nots? And what about the potential for misuse? Could BCIs be used for coercion, surveillance, or even to control people's thoughts? These are questions we need to grapple with as we enter this brave new world. It's crucial that we proceed with caution, ensuring that these powerful technologies are used for good and benefit all of humanity. Section 8. The future of thought, exciting and uncertain. So there you have it, folks. AI and neuroscience are two of the most exciting and rapidly developing fields in science today. They're giving us an unprecedented understanding of the human brain and opening up incredible possibilities for the future. From treating diseases to enhancing our abilities, the potential benefits of these technologies are enormous. But it's crucial that we proceed with caution, addressing the ethical concerns and ensuring that these powerful tools are used responsibly. The future of thought is here, and it's full of both promise and uncertainty. One thing's for sure, it's going to be a wild ride. Keep those brains curious, everyone.